Ohai. Baia, the city in Romania, in the region Transylvania, the administrative center of Județ de Maramureș. The city is known since 1329. According to the population census conducted in 2002, the population of Baia made 137,921 persons. As of 2016 in Baia there live 147,801 persons. History. Development of the city began on an average watercourse Caesar. At the time of a Bronze Age there lived the Thracian tribes here. Later Baia was included into the kingdom such as formed by Burbist's king. This region was known thanks to rich gold deposits and silver. In written documents of Baia it is for the first time mentioned by Charles I in 1328 under the name Rivalus Dominarum. In Russian, River of the Lady. Later in 1347, Louis I describes him as the large city with the developed mining industry. In 1411 Baia and its vicinities, including mines, were transferred to the possession of family of Hunyadi by the Emperor Sigismund. Janus Hunyadi received these lands for the help rendered to the emperor in war with Turks. Blossoming of the city coincided with construction of Cathedral of St. Stephen. Now the tower of this cathedral, which didn't remain up to now, is one of the most known historical sites. The first school, called Scola Rivellina, was opened in Baia in 1547. In 1703 Pinta Rabri managed to exempt the city from the power of the Sacred Roman Empire for a short time. Since then Pinta is considered one of the most significant figures in the history of Baia. At the end of the 19th century in the city there lived several gifted artists: Szymon Holosi, Istvan Reti, Janos Torma and Karoli Ferenci. They were among young Hungarian and Romanian students who got an education in the Munich Academy of Arts. In 1896 they decided to lodge in Baia, which then was called Nadbanya, to work together. The community created by these artists gained popularity and had an impact on development of the Hungarian art of the 20th century. Works of each of them are presented in the Hungarian National Gallery in Budapest. On the night of January 30, 2000 at the local mixed oil enterprise there was an emission of 100,000 cubic meters of the cyanide containing water in inflow of the Somesh River. As a result, flora and fauna of the Somesh and Tisa rivers was destroyed for 80–90%. The World Union of Hungarians compared this accident to New Chernobyl. Geography. The city is located in close proximity to mountains Gate and Agnes. The height in some places reaches 1400 meters. The area is known for the landscapes, and it is easy to reach mountains from the city. The known routes are Ignis, 1307 m, Molgosha, 1246 m, Gate, 1443 m, Kryostokokashuli, 1450 m, Pyakrasalmali, 839 m, Plestsioera, 803 m, Dilal Bullet, 683 m, Margot, 633 m, Dilal Krucha, 500 m. On some of these mountains there are ski slopes, first of all Mogotia in the north of Romania, which is the most difficult slope. The city is located in the valley of Baia and surrounded with hills and mountains from all directions. That is climate in the city softer than in his other vicinities. The proof of it is that on the outskirts of Baia there are areas in which the chestnut trees growing in the conditions of warm climate, for example, of Mediterranean grow. However, sharp temperature changes happen also during the winter. Temperature can sometimes fall below 20 C. The summer is more cool than in the rest of the country. The number of rainfall in this area is rather high because mountains are in the north and the east of the country, which don't allow Air Massachusetts to go out of the region. The average amount of precipitation makes nearly 1000/year. Culture and sites. The city has the high level of culture and education. There are 6 museums, planetarium and observatory, 2 theaters, 2 recreation centers, schools and library, with several branches. Near the city there are several very important natural territories, including Criostococoșului, Chiilteterului, Lacul Albastru. Theaters. City Theatre of Baia. Puppet Theatre of Baia. Museums. Museum of Ethnography and Folk Art. Museum of Ethnography and Folk Art of Baia. Art Museum of Baia. Museum of Mineralogy of Baia. Museum of History and Archaeology of Baia. Library. Public Library, Peterdulfu, Baia. Population. Municipality of Baia with the total number of population of 137,921 person in 2002, the majority of which Romanians. The ethnic structure of the city looks as follows. Romanians of 79.81%. Hungarians of 14.84%. Roma of 0.51%. Germans of 0.36%. Ukrainians of 0.25%. Jews of 0.10%. 642 persons treat other people, including Greeks, Turks, Italians, Poles and Slovaks. Before World War II of Baia had community from more than 1,000 Jews, now them only about 130 live, because of deportation and extermination of Jews during the Holocaust. There is a synagogue constructed in 1885. Monuments and buildings. Stephan's Tower is constructed in Gothic style, height of a tower is 40 meters. The tower was intended in order that it was possible to see any centers of ignition and also for the review of the city. Hunyadi's house or Elizabeth's house, built in 1446, is a part of the old medieval castle. The House of Imperial Mint, built between 1734 and 1737. Today the building serves as the headquarters of the Museum of History and Archaeology of the Mare area. Tower of Butchers. Constructed in the 15th century. The wooden church Chechis was constructed in 1630. The old Black Oriole Hotel, constructed till 1790, is located in the historic center of the city of Baia. Nowadays Liberty Square. In 1880 and in the mayor's office was placed. From 1950 to 1999 the building was occupied with Court of Baia. Now owner, Business Center 3 of the Millennium. Trinity Church, was constructed between 1717–1720. Assumption Cathedral and interior were constructed between 1905–1911, they are of special art value. The building of the Prefecture de Marimers was opened in 1969, it was developed in the traditional Marimer style. The Recreation Center with the hall on 700 places was constructed in 1971. The Drama Theatre was opened in the 18th century. Elders. Work of the artist J. Zavida is located in the prefecture of the district de Marimers. The Miners' statue is located at Revolution Square in Baia. Work of the artist J. Zavida. Monument The Romanian Soldier was opened in 1960 in Baia, is devoted to the Romanian soldiers who died in the battlefield during World War II. Transport. Road. The city of Baia is located on Route E. Creation of the speedway to Baia Mare, Vaza, who will be connected to Highway M in Hungary, is planned. Economy. In the past, the basis of the economy of Baia was made by the mining enterprises located in nearby areas. However, after the revolution of 1989 and other changes, extraction of ore was strongly reduced. In the city, new branches of economy began to develop. Now Baia, one of the most economically developed cities in the region. In the city, several supermarkets are constructed and it is planned to open at least 2 shopping centers no later than December 2010. The enterprise, largest in Eastern Europe, for production of sofas, Italsofa, is near the Ring Highway Baia. Also here road construction is conducted. Construction of the high-speed motorway between the city of Baia, on border with Hungary, and Baia is planned. A road will connect Baia and Satu Mare through Highway M. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.